All right, everybody, let's get right to it on a Tuesday.
Appropriate language. It would
A
make people
new,
like you and
hold on, a new song, a little new intro song, a little new Hey song. New song by the Madcaps that wrote our intro, and my friend John. Some of you met him in Vegas. Is coming out with a new album. I'll share that with you guys when he launches it, but that's a new song. Pretty rocking to get us going for a Tuesday. Really quick, want to get into Bitcoin. Right into Bitcoin for most of the session because of the fact that depending on your data stream, we have triggered confirmation, at least for this retest for now, that I'll respect right around 28,545. So this could be a pause right up here for now. For now, just a little pause. I'll talk about the bigger, longer term implications of what's happened just in the last week. There's your weekly chart, what that means. What's going on, everybody in the chat? Great to see everybody. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Evan, 10 pence. Justin, Mark, Mitch Ray's in the house. What's up, Mitch? Red Nozar, Daydream Johnny, LG, Victoria, Miss Stephanie. What's happening? We're going to be back here on Thursday. We'll do another giveaway Thursday. A bunch of you won some books and gold memberships. We'll do that again on Thursday. And the other thing is get with harmonictrader.com. Jump on over. Okay? Make sure that you become a basic member. Sign up for the trial. Check out the TradingView program. All right, everything starts here over at harmonictrader.com. I've gotten some new requests, Stephen, on how to get signed up. Still, which is great. We got more new people coming. All the information is on the basic members page. I don't mean to be short with everybody, but we set it up that way so that you can get everything you need, the software, the books, the webinars, how to get with our community. And then even the cheat sheets are great. A lot of people are digging those. Check those out. Yeah, I mean, look, FOMC and all of it, I don't think it matters. I don't think any of that matters relative to the levels we're looking at and what's happened. You know, what's happened with the QQQs, what happened with SPY. They're going right for the levels. Let's talk about Bitcoin first. I do want to, you know what? I forgot to mention, and I do want to mention this every day going forward. What is the QQQ and SPY 5-minute dot? We've been seeing that a lot lately where the midday dot, 12 p.m. Eastern. Let me just, before I go any further, and for those that are even listening to the recording at night, look, this is the opportunity we've really isolated as a nice day trade opportunity. No matter what the pattern, no matter what the larger metric is, I mean, ideally we want patterns with us, but what we're getting is some kind of reaction trade right in the 12 o'clock hour. What's the dot, yellow dot that corresponds right around 12 noon? I mean, I would say this one that triggered at around 11:05, you're retesting that area. The obvious pattern level is maybe a hop retest at 397.77. That's only $1.50, $1.40 from current levels. I mean, it's not a monster trade opportunity, but could be seeing some kind of reaction here on a 5-minute. That's the SPY. And notice you do have a bearish pattern capping this rally. Here are the QQQs. These are the two markets really to apply this to. And yeah, the Qs, I like them better because you have a clear reaction trade. We did get a dot that registered at, what time is that? 11:05. The trade itself, like I've been saying, happens around the 12 noon hour plus minus 20 minutes. So we had a retest of that level 306.69, and then the exact target one is 306.56. The low for today is 306.40. That should be the low now where we go for the retest back to 309. That's your XA level, and that's today. So your zero TTE, excuse me, zero DTEs. What are they trading at? What are the Qs trading at? Maybe this will be the position we put on for today's session. The Qs, zero DTEs expiring today. Oh, by the way, happy spring, everybody. We're into that critical 21st spring equinox date, especially for crypto. The zero DTEs on the 309s, that's up there, only trading a quarter. The 308s at 56 cents. That probably makes sense. That makes, speaking of sense, that makes probably good sense. Minimum 308.80. So maybe you go to the 308s at, they're trading around 54 cents at the moment. And let's see, the other time frame I like to look at 30 on the intraday perspective is a 30-second time frame. And look at what the 30-second time frame did. It's a type 2 deep crab intraday at 306.55. Let's watch that one. I like this over the SPY. We're maybe about $1 away from where we should have been. Should have been in here 30 minutes ago. Yeah, Leonardo Bonacci. That's what I look at. Listen, I look at the 5-minute time frame, and this is just for day trading. I want primary patterns. I want yellow dot HSI signals like we're looking at right now. And then I want to cross-reference that for just the session, intraday session. That's all I care about is the pattern that's printing in today's session. Tell me what that is. Use it as a trigger. Use it as a secondary identification for entry levels and profit targets. But there's the type 1, bang for type 2. Now we're here at target 1 already off the 30-second chart that should go to 308.24. These are very precise levels that we want to follow. I'm going to, we're already overbought at this moment. I don't know if I want to jump in right now. I mean, look, those 308s are starting to go up. Maybe buy a couple now, buy a little more. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think this thing does want to run. Let's see if we can get a trigger on the Qs. I have to get to Bitcoin. Let's get to Bitcoin. I'll bring that in a different screen. We'll leave this here. All right. I'm not going to buy. This is a great example of I love the setup, but your 30-second indicators are overbought. So are you going to leap in on that? No. Likely that in the next couple of minutes we come back down and get a secondary or tertiary even confirmation off of the low from the day. I mean, this is so perfect. There's a type 1. There's the 2. Maybe you get something like right there. Getting pretty close on HSI on the 30-second. I know that may sound preposterous to some people of why you would look at such a crazy short time frame. Think of it this way. If you find yourself jumping into a trade against a 30-second, like you're trying to long something that's flashing an overbought signal, you're setting yourself up for failure. How's the screen and the sound today, everybody? I just want to make sure after last session we had some issues. Let me know. We'll keep an eye on that, but I look, I want to get to Bitcoin. It's everything they said it was going to be, and then some. So let's start on the daily time frame. This is the big development. I mean, not only above 28,000, but we registered a bearish HSI reading right now, but we're not out overbought. officially on our RSI, amplified RSI indicator. So look, we know what needs to happen. You're at least 3 more days that would have to check back. We'd have to retest that 28,478, call it 28,500. Then print 2 bearish days before you'd even have to worry about it. And from the larger time frame and what we've been discussing, above that 26,000 is simply the fact that we're now shooting out of this crab pattern, and we'll go back in time, and this crab pattern is going to be it. It'll be the structure that will be the support low. I would think if you get a gift and it comes back to retest 23,000 ever again, you're going to keep buying it there if you get that retest, because where you are already is busting out of this range. There was a couple patterns here, and there's one now. I mean, there's a shark here, it's a type 2 shark, but the bigger time frame of being above 26,573, that was for the first time on Friday, I believe. That sets up for the continuation out of the pattern zone. So as ugly and as long as that took, you're out of the zone. That pattern is in full type 1 reaction mode to 37,214. And you don't even change it. You don't. What that means is that any pullback and every pullback, whether it's on a 4-hour or even a 5-minute chart, you're playing for longs. You're playing any pullback for a long position now for 37,214. And that's the deal. Oh, man, what's going on here on the Qs? They want to go. The Qs want to move. Hold on. They're going to go. I'll come back in a second. Let me see what really quick on the Qs. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'll be patient. I'm really looking for a long reaction on the Qs for this midday trade. So just now you guys were to the right of everything you need to be to the right of. You're to the right of the long-term bear market downtrend. We have been for a while. You had some secondary triggers down here literally just last week. Last week with that check back and that retest at 21.5, that was it. That was it. And now we're just entering, literally just now entering acceleration. And that's the only objective I'm interested in. Of course, I'm not going to dismiss the fact that just the way these patterns have been running, that target 2 is not out of the question, but I'll take it in chunks. 37,214. I don't know what a lot of other people are saying, and Bitcoin a million, maybe, but let's see how fast we get to 37, 38, call it. And if we get to target 2, that's would be the ideal situation, and make a run or close to it, and then print some kind of HSI trigger on the bearish side between these two levels. It's absolutely lining up now as the way that we wanted to see this. And again, I've been saying really since January that I'm not interested, haven't been interested in it until now. I'm respected it, and we've been on top of this and Ethereum. But that's that. That's where we're at. Hold on. I'm going to buy some of these. Hold on. I'm going to buy some 308 calls right at 59 cents. I just bought 10, just for everybody to know. I just bought Qs. I think we're gonna take off here. 308 minimum, 308.50, 43. And I do think that what you're playing for here is a longer term move for Bitcoin. I think you can use Bitcoin in the same way that you would use like Binance Coin. start to think of it now proof of stake, store of value. If we can make some progress, and I mean, in the next month where you're above 26,000, which gives you $2,000 to play with, that's fine by me. Again, I'm not really jumping yet, but you've just entered into that new area, that new position that is so much better for Bitcoin in terms of this long-term turnaround. Not to mention the 200-day moving average you're well above that, where that retest is one of the strongest moving average retest signals, continuation, new leg type of deals you can get. And what we, ultimately can have right off of this low is some kind of 1618 larger impulse move off of, let's go to the weekly or even monthly, because it smooths out the chart. But at a minimum, I'm going to show you some historic precedent. Look, what's that? That's ending up being the shakeout move. All right, that's the shakeout move. And when we get that kind of shakeout move, which I think we all can agree on, usually coming out of the hole, especially that we're beyond the 886 retracement at 24,000, is a 1618 right out of that hole. That's a harmonic classic harmonic impulse wave. That's 30K. We go to the obvious swing level move, which is, it's not really a shark because your BC move is a little too much. But even a 618 2.0 or 224 36. There's a lot of different structures lining up to give you this formation. Hey, you guys, I got the 308s. I think now it's time to add. I think this market is about to rock. Let me get a couple more. Oh, come on. The 309s are 30 cents too. That's ridiculous. You won a lottery ticket. That's it. What's going on? What are you doing to me? All right. There you go. The 308s, 309s. I'll come back to that in a second. Bitcoin folks, though, if the thing about where we are is you're not going to go through much drawdown from this point forward. If we get a 10%, even 20% drawdown, consider yourself lucky. The way that we're going to come off of this low and continue up to those numbers, I think 30 is the obvious that everyone's going to be targeting, but I don't think, look, 30 is not even going to be a starting point. I think you're going to blow through 30, but ride that uptrend. Okay? That's where we are, and it should continue on a straight shot, serial continuation, as we say. Your minimum 1618 is, like I said, it's 30. Your minimum impulsive move is a 1618. Again, even if we use that 1902 number, which we can do as like the complement to the 1618, that's over 32,000. A lot of that, where you get this far along with the basic measurements, kind of showing you really tipping its hat to a bigger possibility. And then the final, I think for our perspective, the obvious, even if this is like a 382 move, right? Maybe this is a 382 move. There it is. 382, 35,800, almost 36,000. And then maybe the big 618 is around 48,000. Regardless, you're building levels now, and you're on the stair step move to go do those structural minimums. Here's the other, really the patterns of precedent And I don't know if we really have ever talked enough about the patterns that preceded the 2020 bull market. There was plenty of harmonic pattern structures that were saying, now is a go time. And even if you got beyond or you were delayed in your execution, once we reach certain points, you just never look back. I think where we currently are is doing something like this on the 2018 low to high. Our minimum assumption is to go your 382 or 618 levels off of this entire bear market retracement. A lot of similarities. Although this was shorter, I think your reaction level is what you can expect is the same. Even if we took this range and we said, let's draw out a 382, a 618, like this, where's the 382 level? Where's the 618 level? That one's a little more aggressive in terms of reaching those levels. I think this 2018 bat pattern is more representative of how to look for those minimum retracements. And then let's go all the way back to the 2015 deal. Where's that Binance feed? Where's Binance? Sorry about that. Where's looking for the all-time feed? Oh, it's here. It's on this one. All right, I have to go back a ways. There you go. Same type of situation. Maybe 2015 is going to be more like we are now in terms of the time it's taking. But again, we have this long extended bear range. We're out of the zone, and now your 382 level is yet to be attained to 618. Notice also that they took about equivalent time from pattern completion to the right. There you're out of the zone, and then even to get all the way up to target 2. You're talking June, July till November. November until push that 5 months forward. That's general kind of thing you should be looking at. All right, your call options on the Qs are up. Really quick, let me jump back over there. The Qs, I went long. Check it out. I went long on the 308s and the 309s. 10 on each. So let's see if we can blast through. We have to get through target 2 at 308.24. I'll come back to that in a second. Yeah, well, listen, we've got those bigger targets on the Qs on the 5-minute. That was the objective the whole time. They were drawing end of the type 1. Our midday dot came in. At least it's working. Again, I can't stress this enough. The HSI yellow dot midday 12 noon Eastern. We are getting consistent signals every day. I did one yesterday on some Q calls yesterday. And they eventually did go to $2. We were buying them for 87 cents. Now, this larger 5-minute structure says you got numbers up here, 309.32 as high as 310. What are those calls going to be? The 308s will be over $2. The 309s will be $1. And we can go dot to dot on this one. Look, HSI is overbought at the moment, but you know what that means. You need a couple more bars before that's even negative. Not to mention, go serial. Go serial. I'm not joking. I'm serial. Go bar over bar. 1 bar stop loss. I'm trying to do 2 things at once today, but let's get to it. So listen, I'll keep an eye on that, but I want to get through this crypto because now, folks, if you want to hodl, you can hodl. You want to be sloppy trader without any stop loss, you can do that. You want to just accumulate your bags, you can do that. You go for it. As long as you don't sell, because what we're doing is we're holding for acceleration phase, which could be in 6 months or a year. But that's the thought. With Bitcoin, there's only those three levels, or two levels of 37, 48, and then ultimately 886. 886 is at 62, folks. There you go. 62,175. I'm going to say that that's not out of the question for a full 886 retracement. Go back to 62K, let's say in a year. Let's say by the next halving. Okay? That's it. That's how you want to look at this. This needs to be the low going forward. And without question. You don't fail that. There's no 11K. There's no whatever. What you're looking for, and if you're really, I don't know if we'll even get it, but if we could come back and maybe kiss 23K, that would probably be it. Red Nozar, that's right. He's saying 61,800, 618. Yeah, why not? I'll go with that. 618, 61,800, 62,000. I think that would be a very likely target, even on any kind of crazy mania. And let's say on this next cycle, Bitcoin fails. We're thinking about something like this: 38, 40,000. There's your midpoint for a B. Then you come back for some kind of retracement, and then you do the bat. And that gets you into, say, fall of next year. Why not? I know everyone did. Everybody wanted. I wanted 11K. I didn't call it. I was pretty sick of Bitcoin. But then it turned around January 1. And by 17, 18,000, we're like, all right, something's up. Something's going on here. And it's, again, we just focus on the fact that this is, and it happens, and this is, look, the harmonic patterns are not black box scenarios. They're a model. They're kind of an algorithmic model. That's what we generate with the software that defines precise levels. On the time side, that's part of the work as a trader. We're looking for confirmation. We're managing risk assessment. And that took 8 months to go sideways before it really showed us that it's ready to go. So let's, again, you're up here. Now on a daily HSI, we have a bearish that triggered yesterday. So that's also important to take a look at, but we still need to check back there. And the last bullish HSI failed. How did it fail? On the check back within 2 or 3 days, it's blasted through. If you see that and we blast through 28.5 or 29,000, this is going to run now. That's going to run now. And it runs well above 30K. I mean, I don't think there's anything between here once we resolve this and 37. And then people are going to really freak out. People will moon. FOMO moon. Moon for the FOMO for the moon. But that's the deal on Bitcoin. And the other secondary market instrument to be looking at is the GBTC. This has been a massive Gartley forever. It's a massive monthly Gartley that, again, you're going to look back on this and be like, what the heck were we thinking? It's a Gartley. Why didn't we jump on that at 15, knowing it's going to target 1 at 30, at 29? That's where we are. We generated a yellow dot on the close in January. Now, where are you? What about the bullish bat bam? What bullish bat bam? You mean on the downside to 11K? You didn't get it. I think you're looking at a monthly pattern like Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. You just project that 30 months to the right. All right, 30 months to the right is very acceptable parameters. That's December 24 from pattern completion. Hold on. The, what's going on here? The SPY triggered a 5-minute, or the Qs are triggering a 5-minute. Hold on one second. Oh, the Qs just triggered a bearish candle, trying to come out of the zone. This might be a scratch. How much more time? We've got 4 minutes on this bar. I'll come back to this in 4 minutes. What about the B point on the daily? You mean for Bitcoin and the BAT scenario? I'll go back to that in a second. But something like this, GBTC, if you can't get that, you can get some of this. Might be a great instrument to look at. If that was any market, I would say, we're out of the zone. Not only that, we're doing a 3-bar breakout this month. Where's AMP? Yeah, look, amplified. Who made that comment? Mr. Kennedy, what's going on? You're right. The monthly amplified RSI. Amplified is at the 50 on a month over month. Oh, you jerk. Hold on one second. I think I got to scratch these. I might scratch the calls, folks. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Hold on. This has got to hold. Really, 1 second. I'm doing 2 things at once. All right, we're going to watch this QQQ. 3 more minutes. I'll do an official. We'll jump over here. But here's GBTC, folks. And again, look at that as a possible opportunity on the long side to play this Bitcoin if you don't want to chase this. Relatively speaking, you're probably even in a better spot here. The final instrument related to this, and I'll get to the other crypto in a second, Grayscale Ethereum Trust, the ETH. Look at this stuff on a daily. It's a beautiful bat. It's actually a small bat inside of a little shark. You tell me. Those that have worked with the software for a while, you tell me. These back-to-back patterns, confirmation, anything at 789 is a go. And your shark main level was 1175, so you went well below that. But this is a longer-term setup to go to 2956, target 1. Target 1. It's all there. Let me look at Ethereum really quick because that's, you guys are saying it's popping. Yeah, above 18, that's fine. We have a dot, all right. Second dot we've seen. Not a problem here. Again, Ethereum's much the same deal. I mean, Ethereum is this, it's at the top level 1762. Now we put in a dot yesterday, a bearish confirmation. What's going to happen here? You close above 1846, then I think you can really run. Not yet. I think Bitcoin's in a better relative position than Ethereum. Just be mindful that this is, it's a 2 of 2. No doubt. I mean, you've got perfect confirmation, 2 red bars. All right. I think just this helps narrow us down our ranges. Like, is this a breakout for the next level? It's really above, like Bitcoin did its move above that 26.3 area, now 28. That's the move Ethereum has to do. Okay. right there. Hold on one second. Are we right there on a type 2? One second. We just completed the type 2 on the QQQ. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Hold on. Really quick, S&P 500 is up 27. NASDAQ is up. What's the NASDAQ up? 172. No, that's the Dow's up 172. NASDAQ's up 75, 72. Looks like it's rolling over at that type 2. That might be it. The calls didn't go to 308 and 50. They went to 308 and got rejected. Yeah. So folks, for Ethereum, maybe another few days before that, you can consider that a breakout. If anything, I'd be looking for this to pause, maybe come down off of that signal. Although Bitcoin did break out above its. Let's see what that can do. Not there on Ethereum just yet. One second. One second. I'll go over to Binance Coin too, really quick before I jump anywhere else, because Binance Coin, I think, could find a lot of money looking to allocate. Now we're still dealing with the retest, the 338 level. Look at what 338. I mean, exactly on the Binance feed. It probably makes the most sense to do that. We know 330, 338. All of that is pretty much, that's your maximum limit for this. If we're going to see Binance do the larger move, the larger breakout, take a look. And this is a real tick there at 400. That was from last summer, but it's looking like this. And yes, it's a BAM breakout phenomenon on the monthly that I'm interested in Binance Coin above that 400 level. I would say now, yeah, you're probably looking like it can go. It's already starting to go. What you're looking for is for next week for Binance Coin to close above last month's high. That's above 338. There's that number again, 338. But that's the number it has to close. That will cinch a 3-bar breakout. First stop would be the obvious run to 400, but then that's a BAM. Look, there's a BAM to the upside, that clear breakout above 400 on Binance Coin. It's a scam wick, but it's still okay. Unfortunately, that's crypto, and you got to deal with it. But we can still trace out a W formation that once it breaks out above that, then you expect acceleration from that point forward. It's like what Bitcoin's doing now, what Ethereum will do soon, and then Binance Coin to follow. And then I guess number 4 on our list, that was number 3. Number 4 is, I guess, Cardano, but it's not coming back. Like, this is, again, it would have been a perfect type 2, and that's what we've been looking for a lot of these. Cardano, there's the type 1 move, come up, and then retest 28.4. It got close. But I'm not jumping on that just yet. I'll wait. I can be patient on that. Be patient on that one. Number 5 was XRP, and that's finally starting to move. XRP above 43. How long have we been saying? One day it's going to pop. And whether if it's 37 or 32 or 35, it's certainly under 40. I think we've been really saying 37 because of the XA level from the weekly bat pattern. And this is the exact kind of crypto scenario you want to see on all your crypto. Major weekly pattern, lost 90% of its value. Nice liquidity. Stabilizing off the obvious XA level. I mean, this is it. You're there. And the one that I've featured not only before, but as a 3 ideas is Stellar Lumens. And that was perfect. Yeah, I mean, perfect. Remember this? There's a couple different patterns. It just did the retest, the type 2 off the crab 4 days ago, 5 days ago. This is exactly the thing I want to see with all crypto. Give me a small pattern, 2 of 2. Now go. I mean, Stellar Lumens has got 10.99, call it 11 cents in its sights. You take it out a little farther. Look at all these patterns down here. All of them at around 8.8, even 12 cents on some of the bigger levels. But you're generally, you can say around 10 cents. And you hit some of those short-term objectives, 11 or 12. I think the longer term, you're looking for 22, 23 cents minimum. It will take time to reach those longer-term objectives. The weekly, again, the weekly chart, where's that weekly? There it is. Target 1 is at 92 cents. Oh, that's XRP. Where's XLM? Here's the weekly. Ah, come on. Where's the data feed on the weekly? I think it was daily. Yeah, it's daily on that one. It's 22, 23 cents minimum. XLM just starting. I'll look at some of those. Hey, we might get some. I'm watching here. We still don't have a yellow dot on our QQQ trade, but it's starting to go back up. I'm now watching. We're now in a check back phenomenon against that 5-minute setup, and you need 2 5-minute red candles. But I'm in management mode now, and let's see if we can up. They're up. The 308s I bought for 59 cents are now trading 70. I bought the 309s for 30. They're 31. If it doesn't go now, I'm going to rip them all off. But before I do that, listen, the crypto is there. And you want to be positioning against major patterns because, listen, if this starts popping off, you're not going to be able to get back into these levels. That's how close we are. If you pop off these zones, you're going to start just making saucer separation, and you're never going to see it again. Here's a couple of my favorites. Monero on the weekly is that massive butterfly. Look at this. This is like Zcash 2. It's a type 2. Remember, 135 is it. That's the floor. That floor, I mean, once we should go to 260, but the larger move above 260, you'll never see that thing again. And with most of your charts, you can assume in the most conservative of fashions that they will take you back to the 886. So long term, if you want some idea of how high this could possibly go, what's the 886? And play it like that. There's a lot, so many crypto like that. Some of the other ones that just to kind of, I'll stick with the few that we have mentioned for a while, like Chili's. It's a big type 2 retest. This is as good as it can come for a type 2. Just taking more time. We had a secondary entry just recently. What's the other one? Oh, this anchor. And look, there's patterns down here, and you're retesting zones. The big zone down here was that original deep crab, which marked the low. You had a type 1. Now we had another bat pattern, essentially put a floor at 2 cents. That's where we started talking about it. Popped up really hard to 5, came all the way back down. There's the retest at 2.8. That's it. So in effect, that's a type 2. Should get you back to target 2 pretty quickly. And target 2 on the crab is 7.2 cents. Stay with it. One or two more. Here's that Zcash. And I said this last week, and it's still there. He's giving you a couple retests. It's almost a perfect type 2. I think depending on maybe on the tether. On the tether feed, we almost got perfect type 2 there at target 2. But the confirmation is pretty clear. It's 32 bucks. XA level is 34.4. If you get 34.4, you're in business. Speaking of being in business, QQQ calls are starting to come back up. Let's take them to about 1 o'clock. 4 more minutes. Let's see if we can get this thing to go to the hop level 309.39. As I said when we started today, that means the 308s should go to $2 and the 309s should be worth $1. 0 DTEs. Couple more. Here's this ICP. I think it's a sloppy kind of delayed action, but it's one of those T-coin treats. It's a type 2 at 555. Confirmation, other things around 480 is probably a good number on that one. There's another one that we've mentioned. This is actually a really nice spot. This Jasmine. It's at half of a penny, but it's a clear type 2. And look, ever since last week, we formed a yellow dot. We've stabilized for 7 days. We should go to target 2 and start to make that ascent at 0.9 cents. Call it a penny if we get to a penny. But that's perfect type 2. Perfect T-coin material because it's 90-something% off the all-time high. Let me go to the weekly so you can really see it. And that's the speculative side of all of this that we're trying to capture. You know, something exactly like this that did a crazy spike moon move to 30 cents or 25 cents or whatever, now half a penny. Even if we get a cycle to move where people start throwing at anything, any crypto, even a 382 bounce. You get what I'm saying? I don't even want to say it, but I'll say it, 13, 14 cents. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but we can trace it out like that. That's okay. No, I'm staying on crypto right now, everybody. And I'm going to jump back to this QQQ because now we're getting some acceleration back to the zone. I'll come back to this. We're long. This was the long entry down here from what we started with today. If you're late, check out the beginning of the session. One other one that, I have mentioned, and this is a 3 ideas. This is a free idea for the basic members, the premium members. You guys know you've been in on this. VeChain, same deal. Look at that beautiful bat pattern. Terminal bar is 2.4 cents. You're exactly there. So you're in the fire range. All good for that. And that's a speculative one where target 1's at 11.6 cents. It can happen. All right, I think the Qs are done. Qs are. I think we got to watch the Qs here. Let me come to this. Where are the Qs? Not totally overbought yet. I really need to. I'll come back to this for one more final comment on crypto. But listen, here's the deal on the Qs for today. We are back at a couple of lower levels around 308. Maybe go as high as 308.50, 309.32 to retest this 5-minute pattern. Can we get it? Let me clean it up. We came in today, all right, looking at this reaction short term. Had a great reaction. Right to target one. That was 306 and change. And now we're in a return phase, but we have HSI on the 5-minute. Not to mention, this is the HSI dot trade we have been talking about. Around midday, you're looking for dot levels. You know, this was a dot that formed at 11:05, and it was around 306.70, and that's been good for $1.30 so far, almost $1.50. That's the type of reaction trade we want to see here, and usually run it like yellow dot to HSI arrow in terms of it's a bullish dot to a bearish arrow. So that's why I'm looking really tight here. I would love to wait for the secondary dot, but with date options, the more you wait, the more you lose. That's why I've got a problem with what's happening this second. I really probably want to just scalp this out, or at least half of it. Maybe take off half of these positions. You know, the 308s are up $1.50, which isn't much, but I don't want to give that back. Let's see here. The SPY is about the same. SPY is actually looking a little uglier than the Qs. I'm going to take off some of the 308s. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like what's going on here. And the 309s are not doing anything. Yeah, this is, we should be going serial. We should be bar over bar into the zone. And we're stalling out right at that ABCD. We could go higher. It's just that I don't, with these 0 DTEs, you need that action. You need straight bar over bar action. Let's see if we get it. And here's the chart. So again, the QQQ was the trade. And I'm going to take off a few. Right around 71 cents. You know, it's not a heck of a lot. I just kind of cut it down. It's not going. It's not doing what it should do. And we're 103 now, so we're top of the hour. This thing should be above 308.34. Nothing yet on amplified RSI to confirm, but we do have this HSI right there. What I really want to see is a second HSI to go back into the zone. I want to see this go back into the zone like this. And I'm probably a little late on, I probably could have got these contracts for a little bit better than I did. Probably got them like a dime cheaper. But we'll know. If that rolls over, it goes down on HSI, you're out. Ditto here, you're out. And you don't need to wait for a 3-bar breakdown. That's how close you are. One more minute on this 5-minute bar. It doesn't go, you're done. Just kind of want to wrap this up. And you can always re-enter, folks. That's the thing. You can always re-enter. Let's see if they can hold this on the 5-minute bar. Why? Because we're in a 1-bar stop loss. I mean, literally that tight. that if this was to close underneath this bar right here, you're out, you're done. And that low is 307.82. You're at 307.87 with 10 seconds to go. It matters. That matters. 307.82. Nope. Not going to do it. Okay, your next bar has to be green now. This next bar has to be green. If this next bar is not green, you're done. Also, look what it's trying to do. This is a good little play-by-play action on your QQQ. Why? Because we were playing it up from the return move off of the reaction target for the retest, which we got. And now there's the signal, first signal. You got to check back. There's one red candle. This is, if that's another red candle on the 5-minute chart, that's going to give you a dot. A bearish dot, that is. And you would be looking in that area for this to be over. You know, that midday reaction trade is over. I mean, not only was it the midday reaction trade, but it was a type 2 return. It was, the reaction was over. Midday hit that support and we started to go. Yeah, it doesn't look like it wants to do it. Let's see. 3 minutes, 3:30. Yeah, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. And what's that second bar doing? Breaking down. You don't need much time to know that's going to fail or at least roll over. I don't want to sit in that. Need a green candle. Even if it's a red candle, I'm out. And you got 3 minutes to go on that. Stay in there. Let's see what it does. This is the real in-between on the trading. The type 2, just so everyone knows, is this pattern. It's a couple of, look, the main one is this bat pattern from yesterday's range. So think of it this way. We went down, they sold it off, and go back and retest yesterday's peak. And we did form a pattern. And in between there, okay, we formed another deep crab that, you know, it's either 308 or it's 310. But we can go sideways for a while if this doesn't move. I mean, and your 1 o'clock, I'm talking about options that expire in 3 hours. We saw that yesterday. Boy, it wasn't until the last hour where things really did move. And option premium gets destroyed. All right, now you're looking better. Again, this is where a 30-second time frame can help. There it is on a 30-second. You have a little mini shark as well up there on the 30-second time frame, just the last 2 hours. Interesting. Remember this, a couple of 30-second patterns down here. There you go. It's still, even on the 30-second time frame, we should go as high as 308.36. That's what you're looking for. This to retest these higher numbers. 308.24, because that's type 2 off of these patterns. Look, both of these patterns right there took you to 307.50, 307.80. You retest, this takes you to 308.43, 308.36. That's why we're waiting. But the 5-minute bar, where are we? You're 40 seconds, 50 seconds into the next bar. It's got to be green on the 5-minute like this. Let's see. 30 seconds. And to get that green bar, green candle in the 5-minute, it has to be above 307.92, which I think you'll get. There you go. And ideally, you want the close above 308.10 in 15 seconds. I don't think it's going to happen, but stay with it. Now, notice he couldn't get the close above the last bar or even the last two bars. That's a warning sign. Even though it's a green candle, I'm a little concerned. And those options are 75 cents. You need to follow through now. Now you're either break the prior low or one more bearish candle and you're done. So this should then go on a rope, continue on a rope. Now. Hold on, let's see what we do here. Better. There you go. Explosion. There you go. Should really take off. You're actually on the verge of that BAM, the expected shark, on the type 2 return. Yeah, we're on a type 2 return for this whole 5-minute deal. Not to mention, though, here's the deal with the QQQ, which is still, we should be looking at now with the shark, with the SPY, is we are a type 2 of this bat pattern. And that should get us to 312.10 on this move, meaning that the one that started last week. If that's today or if that's after, grandma starts talking, we'll see. But 312 is the ideal type 2 up here. So today should be up. I mean, even though it's sluggish, you're up 31 on the futures, S&P futures. And Q futures are now 100. All right, that should be like 200 by the end of the day, quite frankly. We should have an afternoon move. And for the Qs, 309.39 is the hop level on the 5-minute chart. I mean, you should be playing for, 309.32, even as crazy as 310 even. And you're at 308 at the moment, 308.30. Let's stay with that. Oh, remember, we're waiting for HSI, one more bar, one more candle. So if you get that, we should be up until we get a red candle now. And here it goes. Oh, there you go. All right, listen, I like this now because look at what's going on Amplified. HSI turning up. So now we run for 20 more minutes or 15 more minutes. Here's Amplified now hitting. You're hitting overbought now. Good. Blast through. Now go to 308.51 immediately. That's 20 cents. And I mean now, in the next 5 minutes. I think we're targeting these two levels. 309.32 is the top side. So those 309 calls, those are good. 308s are even better. Now trading 90. And the maximum for today would be this hop level at 310. Oh, FOMC's tomorrow, yeah. So what are they doing? They're rallying it, and they're going to rally it into the close if they can do this now. If they can get this to go, and they can get continuation from here, yeah. I mean, you violated the VWAP. All those VWAP traders are getting crushed. The ones that tried to short it, yeah, they're getting crushed now because it's a failed VWAP setup for sure. Okay, next 5-minute bar. How did we do on that bar? We did great. And we're going to get a 3-bar breakout. There you go. You're in business now. That's a 3-bar continuation as we speak. 308.34 been hit. There's your XA level on the crab, or no, on the bat pattern. Yeah. We're back at roughly like 886 land from yesterday's high. Keep an eye on that one. I like it. Again, I think SPY is going to try to make a run above its VWAP. And SPY on the 5 minutes, the same kind of a thing. The QQQ, it's just where this is. It's retesting that bearish zone. It's a beautiful deep crab. Trigger off of amplified. See, that amplified's going to keep going up. This has been a good one, guys. Listen, this is what we do in the gold members Monday sessions. This is what I'm trying to do, more premium style. And for even our Tuesday, Thursday group, look, this is of value. How to capture these 5-minute segments using the software. We did it yesterday. We're doing it right now. I mean, look, those 308s that, bought at 59 cents, they're now asking 92 cents. And the 309s are 41, 42 cents. Bought those late for 30. Late. I was late on that at 30. There's a VWAP. I don't have VWAP on this chart. I'm looking at it on another screen. But it's something that everyone's looking at VWAP, trading it off of VWAP, that I think it's good to have it on a secondary chart to know what's going on there. Because so many of these guys are just hitting the button at VWAP levels. Yeah. And if we get a 5-minute whatever, you're done. And that's kind of the beauty of this situation. If you get a 5-minute and it doesn't work out, you're done. You're out. Because we're at the type 2. We are retesting the zone. It's just, where are we going to roll over up here? Let's go. Yeah, it's trying. It's trying. This is the thing. Until the 5-minute closes, pull up the 30-second chart. Yeah, see, the 30-second chart just kissed the hop level at 38.36. Can't get through. There's the real value of your 30-second chart right here, right now. The 5-minute, you got to wait another 90 seconds. The 30-second chart, maybe that's suggesting we need to just scalp this off. Again, your 5-minute bar to go, hold on. Yeah, to go bearish. All right, under 308.29 on the close. There you go. Keeping on. Let's see. There you go. There's the follow through. And go. Get the follow through now. I'll stay with this. Is this working for everybody? And what do you folks think of this? Yeah, I hear you. XRP rocking. There you go. Hold on. Maybe that's the move. That's a great move. Looks like she's going to run. Yeah, XRP is 45 cents. Here, I'll move it on this one. We'll flip. Remember, Stellar Lumens, that's what I think is probably the better of the two. There you go. That's a beauty on XRP, by the way. And it's a beauty on, there you go. Qs are running now, folks. There you go. Qs go to 308.83. Another 40 cents. Yeah, meanwhile. Well done. Well done, XRP. Let's see. Yeah, are they all mooning? Is Google mooning? Remember what we said about Google, 93.35. Remember this last week, 93.35. You folks know, remember that? Google is mooning. Who said that? Mitch Ray said that. What's up, Mitch Ray? I figured it's got to be you. 93.33, folks. We've talked about that for months. This thing goes to 111.28. That's it. Keep rocking. Keep rolling. That's beautiful XRP, by the way. Happy to see that. And again, it's not going to be, listen, once this does the big move, I've saying this the whole time. It could be 6 months, 6 weeks, or a year. 92.28, sorry, 92.88, 92.88 cents is what you're targeting for that type 1 off the weekly. Why, everything popping now? Snap. Why? Snap's ripping. Snap's a major one. Look, what we want to see are the Qs go to 312 and then just destroy 312. It's really close. What's Riot doing? Riot and Mara, they're probably, you know, maybe you throw dots. Oh, look at Riot. But there's Riot. There's Riot Blockchain, a massive bat pattern that we've been on since $6. It's now $9. Like, look out. LTF. Oh, LTFO. Look the frick out. We have massive patterns. There's not this is not. Look, the only problem with all of these is the amount of time they've taken to get from our D point to start moving in some direction. Now they're moving in a direction. You can't be, we can't be deer in headlights here. What was that one? No, this is a daily. Mara is a daily. I know that. And Mara isn't even a breakout yet. Where's MicroStrategy? Where's Michael Saylor? Michael Strategy. MSTR. Now he's getting above his 200-day moving average. Where is he? The 200-week. Okay. Hasn't really even started to move yet. These have not started to move. MicroStrategy could trade easily up to 352 really soon. And that'd still be okay. It's starting to go. This is typical though of when these start popping like this. They pop off and they go one by one, and then the money starts moving around to other areas that fire them up, and before you know it, they're all taken off. Um, Here's Solana. I'm not recommending this. I really wish this would have come down, but I'm watching this in terms of, all right, is this going to pop off from these big patterns down here? I mean, really, Solana is this kind of a all-time 886, something like this in Solana, and that maybe I should not, your all-time 886 is right there around 29. It went a little bit lower, but even if it comes out of this hole, it reminds me of Bitcoin, and a 382 move on Solana gets you back to 120. All right, QQQ give you a 5-minute dot. Let's go back to there. The Q's 5-minute dot, 38.30. There's daily. We still need to come up there. Let's look at the 5-minute dot. This is where we started today. Maybe this is where we should end it. Okay, there's a dot. The retest of that dot, that would probably be your maximum level, 308.52. Probably going to want to start dumping as we get up to there. Let it little retest. But that would be about it for me. I think so. We do have HSI going back in that zone. Wait. Are we going to get there? No, we're not going to get there. All right, we're about to retest that top end at 52. That would be about it. And look, the ABCD is at 51. Don't know why this is not tracing out. I should have a little mini pattern here. Check this out. Don't know why the software is not generating. Oh, I see. Is that low? Wait, that low is at 306.42. 306.40. So this low, check this out. What's the structure here? This is actually a shark. There's the first low. There's your midpoint at a 50. This one went slightly below the second one. So even with this, to locate this in the zone, 309.09. Structurally, that's where Q should go today. Let's see. .308s are trading 96 cents. 309s are trading 44 cents. That's a 50% move since we started our session. Let's stay with this. Red Nose AR. Is that the right way to pronounce your handle? Yes, you're right. It's a shark, but it's a type 1 shark. Like that it's a retest of the bat. So we had an early morning high that was hit. You had patterns this morning. They sold it. It was right at a perfect type 1 reaction, hit the level. Now you're in the retest mode. SPY is about to do a 5-minute bullish engulfing. And so here's the thing. You're now poking above the VWAP on SPY. Every VWAP trader is going to try to sell this above there, but not until the next bar. So you're in here. You wait until that closes at a minimum. I think 309.32 is likely, with a possible explosion to 310.16 by the close of today. But okay, so check it out. Our contracts, the 308s, $1.04 now. The 309s, they were Bought for 30, now 50 cents. This is what I'm talking about with the zero DTEs. Now, this is suicide plays. So you get to 50 to 100% of your premium, you're looking to automatically close. And think of it this way. If we get 100% on these premiums and they hit numbers, I'm going to close them. And I don't care what it does. Stay with it. And the 310s, they were trading 12, 14 cents. They're now 20. That's where, those crazy zero DTE moves can happen. Meanwhile, S&P looks like, just new highs. It's starting to rock. I think the SPY can go to 398. And the VWAP people, they're about to get crushed. Because I know the VWAP people won't go in until there's a bearish candle. And if it's on this 5-minute bar, it's 4 minutes away. This is 886 territory. Look, think of it as kind of a standard reaction, almost mechanical. The bat action magnet move, this is what we're looking at. Since we came in here, we've had a bat action magnet move. And that takes you maybe as high as the 886 at 309 and change. We're really close. And I'm probably going to wrap it up here. We've been here a good hour and a half now. But that's been the purpose of the new sessions, folks, is to do some live examples as they happen and talk longer term dynamics as well. Let's see. Go into the next bar. Because now you want bar over bar. You want green candles. This was a 3-bar. There's a 3-bar breakout. There's a 3-bar continuation. You want that to continue. You want 2 or 3 more of those. Thank you, 10 pence. You're welcome. Appreciate it. Meanwhile, really quick, I did want to quickly bring up some of those banks. The banks have been doing quite well. We talked about that last time, and I think, I mentioned a few of the ideas, 1 or 2 that are new ideas for premium members. I already discussed it, but they're, just keep an eye on things like Bank of America. Look at that. It's a beautiful bat pattern type 2. On the weekly, it'll probably confirm by Friday. I'm already long this sucker because it confirmed on the daily. That's one of several banks. XLF's the same deal. Look, there's opportunity down there for those, for sure. Sophie G says XRP was driving me crazy. I've been in a long for weeks. You're lucky you haven't been in a long for months. I'm surprised, really, because most people have been in that for months or longer, and know that someday it will pop. And we've talked about that. But XRP is one of those where when it pops, it doesn't pop to 50 cents. It doesn't pop to 60 cents. It goes to $1. But you're going to have to wait. Then you get paid to wait. Really, that's the deal. You're going to get paid to wait on XRP. And you're getting paid now. Look, that's the kind of thing. Yeah, hit target 2 at 46. Almost perfect. Meanwhile, come on. The SPY and the Qs, they need to get going. Let's go. Let's keep it on a 30-second chart, just so we can watch the action tick over tick. Yeah. All right. So we failed that hop level, but we're focused on the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame actually went for the retest and failed that too. Look, I'm going to look at this 886 really soon, and that's 309. I think when this gets above 309, I will sell this. I'll probably dump these. I think there'll be a mad rush. It's only like 20 cents from now. Evan Casey says the only good thing about being so early in XRP is long-term capital gains tax. You know, I think it's the play for something like XRP would be to have it in a Roth IRA. If you don't have an IRA and you can set up a Roth because you qualify, I would do that. Get a crypto IRA and put your crypto into that Roth because there's no tax on the Roth. All right, here we go. Here we go. 308.91, 94. Let's go to 309. We're 10 more cents, folks, and we get there. Ren is, look, Ren, every time they throw Ren to 15 cents, it's probably another buy right here at 11.5. But look at Ren. Someone's asking me quickly about Ren. Look at all the patterns on Ren on the 4-hour. 8 cents was the number. We talked about that not even 10 days ago. Now you have a crab come on back. I suspect somewhere right here, 11, or maybe your next bullish confirmation under 11 cents, you start to run. But every time that doesn't move, you know, every time that goes up 50%, sell it and go back in. 10 pence, you are right. Look, there's lots of limitations on the Roth. You can only do, I think, like 7,000 a year. They haven't capped the taxability on it, which is probably the beautiful thing. All right, those 309s are trading 60. The 308s are trading 120. We're doubled. What are we going to do? What do you do? What are you going to do? I'm going to take money and run? Or do we wait for what's behind door number 2? Let's go back to the Qs right here. The Qs on that 4 hour since 284. That's been sick. Insane. Listen, I think with the way the market's been running is that they've just been liking to take it and run it to the close, or at least to the 3 o'clock power hour. Here on the 5-minute time frame. It's pretty obvious where the levels are. Where's that big 886? Yeah, see this yesterday's 886. Where's the peak? Is that the peak? Huh, I don't know why that's not. Why is that not on there? I'll have to look at that. But it's kind of like this. The 886 is lower. That might be about it. I don't know. I have to look at why that's offset. Let me look at the regular trading hour session. There's regular trading. All right, that's a lot cleaner. But why is that projecting there? I think this is it, folks. I think it's time to clear. I think it's time to clear, no matter what. Yeah, we just, listen, there's the first bearish candle after the dot. That's enough for me. Time to clear out. Let's take the doubles. Okay? Take those, I mean, I'm going to clear off these options right here and right now and be done. Basically, almost doubles. 108 on the 308, 50 cents on the 309s. Yeah, I'm done with that. All right, I'm clearing out. I'm done. And this could still move. You know, the only thing that I would probably, if I really wanted to try to catch a runner, maybe I would wait for a 3-bar breakdown. But this is the problem with the 0 TTEs. You have no room to screw around. So you're here on a double on your premiums. You take it and you go. And do it again. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. You're out. Be done. That's why we're doing what we're doing. Couple more of the crypto. I'm out of that. I cleared those out. I'm out of the 8s and the 9s, the 308s and the 309s. And they're dropping now. That's it. Hold on. Great. That's sweet. I'm done with that. Listen. Look at stuff like Riot blockchain. If you want crypto action, these stocks are so early in the move that get them on your radar if you haven't. I mean, I've been talking about these since $6. They're now $9, and their target ones are in the 20s. Some of the other ones, the other altcoins and stuff like that, the only one I want you to FOMO in is on Bitcoin. You're allowed to FOMO in on Bitcoin. Beyond that, I'm not too worried. You'll get an opportunity on Ethereum. The other altcoins, I've laid out a bunch with really clear levels where they will retest. You know, like this is the classic poster child for all of the T coins is VE chain. And I'll leave you with this one. It's the weekly. It's retesting the XA 2.4 every time it does or underneath there. It's in that terminal bar level. That's where you want to hit it. But know that it's going to take all year to get out of that zone up anywhere close to do a move. But that's, you know, the one you want to watch. So that's it for today, folks. I'm done. I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. You have any questions, reach out to me on the Discord. Until then, have a great one, and I'll see you next time. Go get them.